So, hi guys, welcome to Simplify with Swapna. And you all must be wondering why I have opened my YouTube channel over here. Okay, so if today we are going to do something very interesting, and I personally love such kind of small projects where you get to learn, but at the same time they are so hooky or catchy that you can't escape the learning part of it because it's so much fun. Okay, so what we are going to do today is that we are going to connect to my YouTube channel and pull out all the statistics, any analytics related to it, and show it on your Power BI dashboard. Now, it's not just my channel. Imagine the variations that you can do. You can connect so many channels, you can see their analytics, you can see their views, the top views, which are performing good, which are not performing good, and even you can see the earnings. So obviously my channel is not an earning channel, I won't be able to show you that, but you can do it with any other channel possible. Okay, so that's very interesting. And let's just go ahead with it. Okay, if you see over here, actually I have already made a very small dashboard, and this is connected directly to the APIs provided by YouTube. Okay, which you can access through the Google Cloud Console. Now I will be going through every step of it, but I'm just giving a very short description before starting all the steps. So when actually I do a refresh over here and this data is refreshing, it is actually getting connected to my channel and pulling out all the statistics over here at this point in time. Okay, so let's check what are the main steps to do this kind of work. Okay, so I've written a small a description of what will be the important steps and how you're going to follow it. Maybe I will upload this Excel also on this video, so you can also go through these steps and do your own Power BI dashboard completely, and maybe you can do a UI which even is superb. I mean, I did not get much time to complete this UI. I have done this UI just in half an hour, but you can take your time and do a superb UI. So the main thing for me is to teach you all exactly how to arrive at this kind of situation, how to do this. Okay, and let's check it now. First of all, when I go into this Power BI project, there are three important things when we start doing it. The first step is actually to identify what all is required to connect to a API. Okay, that is the first step. You know that you have an API which will give you the data for your analytics. Okay, but how to connect it? That is the first part. The second part is, once you connect it, how are you going to do the changes in your Power BI Power Query? What are the changes that will be required? And the third is to actually make the dashboard. Now, if many of y'all don't know what exactly an API is, I will explain it to you in just 2 minutes. Okay, so an API is nothing but actually a software asking data from another software. It's nothing. Okay, it's like you have gone to a hotel, you have asked the waiter, okay, bring me this from the menu. The waiter is going to go tell the chef will cook, and the waiter will bring back the food to you. So that waiter that actually is doing the to and fro job is actually your API in very small and normal terms. Okay, so in my example over here, that the API that I am going to use is, it is from Power BI, getting connected from Power BI to YouTube. Okay, so Power BI will ask YouTube, okay, what is my subscriber count, and YouTube is returning it back, and YouTube returns this data in a JSON format. Always the API will return the data in a JSON format. Now, the goal of my project is actually to make a dashboard using live YouTube data, and over here everybody knows that YouTube is Google. Okay, Google. So the data that they have is actually on the Google servers. So we have to use the official Google APIs over here. Okay, and we are going to access them through the GCP. Okay, or the Google Cloud Console, which is actually the UI for GCP services. Okay, this is the actually the link for the GCP. Okay, so if I put this link over here, okay, let's just go now and start doing it one by one. Actually, you can also start it with me. Okay, I've just started. I will also. Now once you have logged into the Google Cloud Console, okay, let's take a step back. The first thing that I told you is that all these data of YouTube is present on the Google servers. Okay, so that's why we have logged into the Google Cloud Console, which is just the UI for GCP. Okay, I'm not going to go into what is GCP and all. You can just just for all the beginners, GCP is nothing but a cloud platform like you have Azure or AWS, similar. Okay, so not going into that, just come back over here that we have logged into Google Cloud Console, because the APIs that we are going to use to get the data from YouTube can be enabled inside from here. Okay, so once you log it, now this API that we are accessing is actually does have a everyday free access, so there is nothing over here that you have to pay. Okay, like the 300 credits and then log in and use a credit card. No, the API that I am going to enable over here is completely free. It has a daily usage limit which is 100% above anybody who is doing a very small project. Okay, we are not an organization, we don't need that much billing. Okay, so that's why we can use it, and you can do it right now sitting in your home. You can do this kind of a project. So this is the thing, APIs and services that we are going to access and enable, okay, from here. Now this is the earlier project that I made for the dashboard that I have actually done over here, but for you all I will show you how to make a new project and then enable the APIs from here. So let's just start with that. When you go over here, so these are all my projects that I have done from myself. If you come over here and you have never had a project made earlier, there will be nothing over here. You will have a new project option over here which you can click. It will give you a name, you can change. Now see, it is telling me that I have 9 more projects remaining in my quota. Okay, so you have that quota, and of course you are not an organization, you can use the free quota, it will be fine. And then you do the create. Once you create, your project will be created. Okay, let's wait for the project to get created. Now you can select this project, select this project. Now once this project is selected, you come down to the part where you have quick access to APIs and services. Once you go over here, you have to enable the APIs and services for YouTube. Okay, I think the name, let me just check once. YouTube API v3 is the name, I think. Yes, the YouTube data API v3 is this thing. You can click over here. Once you click, you can enable it. Now this API is enabled in your project. Okay, once enabling is done, you have to generate a credential for this API so that your Power BI can use this credential. Now anything that you're using, from an API to a database to any SharePoint to anything, even Excel, or even when you log in, you need an authentication. You need a username or password or a two-step authentication, or in the case of APIs, you need keys. Okay, that is the way actually you use APIs. Generally you log in through keys. Okay, so here you have to generate that key, and you can do that by going inside this credentials. Okay, once you go in the credentials, let me just close this up. Okay, here you can see the option of create credentials. When you go to create credential, you have to generate the API key. Okay, you can give it any name. Right now I'm not changing any name because I'm not going to use this key but the earlier key that I've already created. And then you have to restrict this key, or right now if you don't restrict it, it's okay because it's an internal project, you can delete the key. But other times you have to do is that you have to restrict this key and do create. Now you will get the key over here. Okay, the key is present over here, and this key now you can use it when you are connecting to the APIs that this services, this APIs give. Now there are a lot of APIs that you can actually connect to, but your key will always be the same. Okay, I will introduce you to those APIs also and what data they actually return. Okay, so right, I will be not showing you my key for obvious reasons. Even you have to take care that once your key is generated, it should not be shared, it should not be screenshotted, and it should not be given to anybody. It is the key that you will use to connect inside Power BI, so it has to be private. Okay, so this is done and I will close this key. You have to save it somewhere. If you want to save it, you can, or you can come back and copy from here, not a problem. And then close this. Now you have generated this key and it will remain over here like this. Okay, now whatever needs to be done in Google Cloud Console is actually completed. We have enabled the APIs, we have generated the key, and we have this first part of prep ready over here. The second part is that which APIs are given from this particular service that we have enabled. So there are multiple APIs that actually are provided to us. For right now, I will be using two main APIs which I have given in this Excel sheet. Okay, if you want, I can share this Excel sheet and you can follow it step by step. It's the same thing that I will be showing over here. Now these are the two APIs that actually come in picture. These are the APIs that will get connected that we need to use in Power BI. I'll show exactly how you will use these APIs in Power BI. But before that, there are certain things in this API which need certain preparation from our side. So if you see this API, the base URL, that is www.googleapis.com YouTube v3 channels, this is the base API. Okay, this base API will be majorly same. Okay, over here this is the channel API and this is the video API. So more or less till here they are particularly same. Then there are three parts to these APIs, as you call it. Okay, in Power BI we will call it as parts, and here also it is part. The first part is actually that what kind of things you need. Okay, so in this channels API, exactly what it is giving you. Channels API is giving you the channel matrix. Okay, that means it gives you the subscriber count, the total views, and the video count. Now these are the statistics that you call them. That's why I have given here part equal to statistics. And then there are two parameters which you need to prepare with before you use this API. The first is your channel ID, which is the ID equal to your channel ID. In here you have to replace it with your actual channel ID. And then there is the key which you have right now generated from your Google Cloud Console. So that key will come over here, the API key. Without that you won't be able to access this API because it is obviously restricted by it needs that authentication. This is the first API which give you this channel matrix. The second API gives you your per video statistics. Okay, so you get per video analytics. What is the title, publish date, views, likes, all the comments, everything you get. I will show you these data once I import this data into Power BI. Okay, we will go step by step. Now this is Google base URL will be same, and then the part will be statistics plus snippet. So snippet actually gives you the title and all these things, and statistics will obviously give you the likes and how many likes and how many comments and views and all these things. And then you have to input two parameters again over here, where you have an ID parameter, but the ID parameter over here is the video ID list. Okay, you have to get the video ID list and your key. So what is the channel ID and what is the video ID? That is a question that comes here into picture. Okay, so as much as I would like to continue, to complete this video, we still need to go through a lot of things. For example, we need to connect to the APIs, get the channel ID, get the video ID, then make changes in the Power Query, and then show it in the dashboard. So there are 5 more things which are left, and that's why I would like to take it in the part 2. So no worries, stay tuned to this channel and we will meet next time with a part 2 and finish off this entire project. Okay, so happy learning, and if you liked what we have done today, do give a thumbs up and share this video. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.